Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, are you excited? If it's a yeah, let me know how you're feeling in the comments. And if it's a no, feel free to do the same. Cause we got some things that we gotta talk about. And I don't want to sway your opinion one way or the other. It's gonna be spicy, boys. It's gonna be spicy. So let's jump right into it, man. Last night, a whole heap of y'all messaged me on Discord with an image I'm gonna throw on screen right now. Right? And as you can see, man, Odin, new uniform, and tier 3 coming. We expected the Red Hulk uniform. This was expected. He was in the splash page. It's a Hulk update. There's no, man, listen, man, no way, okay? No way they would leave him behind. People would be living, right? So, Red Hulkski getting his uniform. You see, he's ready, bro. Like, he can't even stand still. He's charged up. He's fired up. And so are we, right? We only got to wait 4 more days. But before we talk about what we expect or can expect for Red Hulk, let's talk about the unexpected, right? Odin, the All-Father, the All-God. Yes, a character that was once at the pinnacle of Marvel Future Fight, believe it or not, is getting a tier 3 and a uniform. Expectations are very high, as they should be. And the reason for that is very simple. A couple months ago, they made a live stream, right, where they say comic book accuracy is a very big deal in regards to how powerful certain characters are in Marvel Future Fight. Remember this, guys. Remember this. This is very, very, very important. And this is going to tell us if they're just full of shit or, right, maybe they're shifting the direction of the game, right? Because Odin has a very good foundation, right? He has good passives, right? And when he came out, his damage was ahead of his time. Right? He has damage reduction built in. He has a very good leadership that you could always use for PvP. But his skills just kind of lack substance, right? In today's meta. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do for Odin, because his uniform is going to be one of the most expensive uniforms in the game. 1,500 crystals on sale. Same as Jean Grey, same as Apocalypse, and the same as Thanos. I saved Thanos for last because if, this is my minimum, okay? If Odin gets a uniform and a tier 3 and he doesn't at the very least rival Thanos, I call bullshit. If you feel differently, let me know, right? I am very much so looking forward to Odin's tier 3 and his uniform, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't throw a little bit of shade, right? Paul kind of seemed hella sus, don't y'all think? That voting event, how, when, huh? Nani? I'm just kind of confused. Since when do we get rework for characters within these kind of short time periods? Bro, do you guys remember how long we waited for Vision and Hyperion to get their rework? The fact that they had a poll for Odin, right? And then within, like, what, 2 months? Less. New story comes out, Odin's in there, right? New uniform and tier 3 coming for, like, what? Like, let me get this. Let me get this across, okay? I'm not mad that Odin is getting a uniform. It just seems hella sus, and it makes me doubt these guys. If you wanted to give Odin a rework, bro, give him a rework, but don't, like, manipulate votings and make it seem like we actually are getting, like, you know what I'm saying, something we wanted. Like, yes, many of us wanted Odin to get a tier 3 and get a uniform and come back in the meta, but it seems like you guys skew the results a lot to make it seem like you're giving us what we wanted, right? It just seems hella sus. Also, ladies and gentlemen, be very careful how you go about this, right? Keep in mind, this is a mid-month patch that will be dropping, presumably, next Tuesday rolling into Wednesday. Odin is a tier 2 native, right? He's going to cost you the exact same amount of materials, depending on whether or not you play with RNG to get him to level 60 to level 70 and whether or not you get shafted on his gears, right? Odin is going to cost you the exact same amount of materials on average that you'd invest in somebody like Silver Surfer, Thanos, Scarlet Witch, etc., right? Same amount of materials for his gears, his rank up, his tier 3, 6000 CCF, right? Plus his uniform. That's going to eat up a lot of black antimatter and a whole heap of gold. I just want to point out that Marvel Future Fight is actually moving at a very, very rapid pace lately. Do you guys not see it? It seems very interesting, right? They just made a developer note that we covered extensively, right? And they said they plan to release a new difficulty for World Boss, Super World Boss. That's what we're calling it, right? Super World Boss Ultimate until we have a name for it. Maybe it's going to be World Boss Ultimate Extreme. We don't know, right? But basically, they need to actually give us more ways to farm materials because people are running kind of dry. Look at the trend for the past couple months, boys. Out of nowhere, Scarlet Witch, right? Scarlet Witch got a uniform and a tier 3. That was very expensive, right? Then right after that, boys, sure, we got a small break, right? What? We're right back into the thick of things, right? We had an epic quest with 2 tier 2 natives, right? 2 tier 2 natives, plus one of them even have an awakened skill, which costs more than just a regular character with an awakened skill. And then in that very same update, we get Silver Surfer, tier 3, plus a uniform. That's 500 million gold. Billion with a B, right? Minimum. 500 million gold to do all that. Plus your black antimatter, like getting hella low if you're trying to build all these characters. If you're free to play, ain't no way you're keeping up, right? And if they keep this up, right, where they're releasing 2 tier 3s plus an awakened character every month, there's no way if you're free to play, you will be able to keep up anymore. Which, if you're free to play, time is your thing. So you're going to get all these characters over time, which is fine, right? However, it means that you're going to have to start making smarter decisions in terms of where you spend your resources, who you rank up, who you tier 3, all of this stuff, right? Because people were complaining, people were complaining when we're getting 1 tier 3 a month, saying we're not getting enough CCF, we're not getting enough books fast enough, we're not getting enough Titan component packs, not enough Essence of Dimension. They doubled the amount of tier 3. They didn't really start giving out more CC. Well, they did from Conqueror level, but that's a finite amount, right? They didn't really start giving out more Titan component packs, Essence of Dimension, and all that stuff. So eventually, you're going to start falling behind if you try to chase every new character. So even though Odin is not necessarily new, and even though many people have been wanting him to come back into the fold, you have to be careful. Be careful. You don't go and blow all your materials on Odin, and then the next update has 2 tier 3s that you like even more than Odin. Just keep in mind, when Odin gets his uniform and his tier 3, we're going to be like maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks away from another update. And Odin is going to be a tier 2 native. He's going to cost you minimum 150 million gold, right? To do all what that you need to do for him. The lucky part is Odin doesn't have his potential yet. So you could just get shafted. Like, yes, getting shafted is actually, could actually be lucky for you, right? I know I'm going to get shafted. I know I'm going to basically, wait 2 weeks to get his potential like I do for every tier 2 native. And it may actually be a blessing for a lot of you guys. Because you may jump, spend all your resources, and then the next update, Dormammu gets tier 3. And I'm throwing Dormammu's name out there because we saw Dormammu get mentioned in the dev note. So, yeah, might be tier 2 native city for the rest of this year. They may very well be giving us a tier 2 native, tier 3 every month or every other month as the mid-month patch. So we could see a tier 3 Doom. We could see a tier 3 Strife. We could see that by the end of the year, every tier 2 native could be tier 3. Because at the end of the day, if they keep doing that, eventually the whales are gonna have to start spending, right? The long-time players are gonna have to start spending, or they're gonna have to start skipping characters, some of which they actually like. I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm just being a realist with you guys, okay? None of this is me complaining, right? Because Odin deserves justice. Let me just say that Odin deserves justice. He deserves to be one of the best in the game. He's Odin, for God's sakes. But I just want to give you guys a warning, right? Yes, you may be very excited that Odin is gonna get a uniform and all this stuff, but you need to invest wisely. Wait until the whales or the content creators, myself, Starco, Alex, Forgo, whoever else makes content on Marvel Future Fight, right? I can't keep up with everything or everyone that makes videos, but you know who you are if you make videos on Marvel Future Fight, right? Wait until us, like many of us, are probably gonna make those investments, make those sacrifices. Wait until you see what we can do with these characters and then make a decision based off that. We're here to jump off the bridge for you, to burn the resources for you, and then you can say, okay, maybe Odin is not for me because he only does PvP, or maybe he only does World Boss and you care more about PvP. You know what I'm saying? Don't just get caught up in the hype and follow the hype train until it crashes, and then you get left out in the dust when a character that you really like, maybe more so than Odin, right, gets a tier 3. That's all I want to get across in this video. Well, actually, there is one more thing. Marvel Future Fight team, shots fired, okay? You absolutely have to. If you don't, I'm gonna be raging, right? You absolutely have to make Odin available for more than just purchase. Odin was free for years, yes. But if you guys are gonna bring him back and tie him to the story, you should most definitely make it so that when people make these investments that you want them to do here, yeah, I haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll do that in a video with you guys, right? Anyways, you definitely need to make it so that when people complete all of these, like getting Spider-Man to level 70, which honestly, Spider-Man level 70 is not worth it, right? Tier 3, he's barely good enough. Loki level 70, not worth it these days. I got him to level 70 today just to complete these challenges, so I guess I could just run through here. But honestly, you should definitely make it so that once people clear all these challenges and they go in and they unlock this freaking thing and beat Odin, they unlock Odin at 1 star, okay? You need to do that at the very least. You can't sell Odin in the shop permanently. Like, yeah, you can keep, okay, let's say this. Get your bag, get your money, leave him in the shop. And if people are silly enough to go there and buy him when there's another option available, cool. You got yourself a Sunday sucker, right? But you definitely should put him back in the story mission where he was and where he currently still is, apparently, according to your new storyline, right? Same goes for Blue Marvel. When you guys bring back the Ultimate mission, he needs to go back there for new players, right? I'm not asking for anybody who already got him to get extras for him, obviously, or anything at all, but he definitely should be available for people who didn't get him the first time. I'm sure you guys might have that in mind already, but if you didn't, you should, right? So basically, guys, I'm just here to be real with you. I'm looking forward to Odin tier 3. I'm gonna be tier 3ing him as soon as I can. Maybe I'll get lucky. I never get lucky, right? So for better or for worse, whatever happens, it happens. I'll be tier 3ing Odin. I'll be ranking up his uniform and I'll be testing him. But I think many of you guys, unless you have infinite cash, like, you know, swipe, 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 swipe or no swiping, right? Unless your credit card is endless and you just don't give a crap, sure, go ahead and do what you want. But if you're free to play or a low budget, man, just wait, see what happens, see if you like Odin after one of the content creators or many, right? Because one opinion is nice, but having multiple reference points is even better, right? So yeah, I think you guys should just cautiously build up your resources and see what happens. What you should be doing right now is not actually going in and putting a whole bunch of Urus on him or anything. If you had him at 1 star, honestly, just wait, leave him at 1 star. Right? Because yes, he may end up being the new Silver Surfer, but rushing to build him right now and draining all your resources, that's not the smart play, man. Come on, because you're gonna get him to 6 star, and then you're gonna have to, like, you buy his uniform and all that. You might not even be able to get him to 6 star. All right, just wait. What you should do, though, my opinion, and what I'm gonna do, because my gold count is kind of low, run invasion, World Boss invasion, right? Go over here and burn like 300 energy on this thing every single day until Odin comes out, and even after he comes out. Why? Because that's going to give you a good amount of bios. That's going to give you a good amount of gold. Okay? That's going to get you as prepared as you can possibly be to deal with Odin and some of these new tier 3s that are popping up out of nowhere. Right? I definitely feel like they're trying to get us to a point where at least 40 or 50% of the game is at tier 3 or Awaken, right? To, I guess, get us ready for whatever comes next, because they are working on new difficulties. However, these new difficulties need to drop materials to funnel back into, obviously, tier 3ing and awakening characters, right? Because otherwise, it will be a whole heap of bullshit, right? A lot of characters in the game, a lot of characters are gonna get tier 3s. If you're low budget, you're free to play. Cautiously watch, see who's good, see who you can skip. A lot of the ones I have all tier 3s, by the way, right? All tier 3s. I don't have all the awakened characters, but a lot of the ones I have, you can skip over, and it might be at the point right now where you need to start skipping. Like, I know a lot of you guys like Logan. You're at him at like tier 2, level 70, year 25, and you're thinking, yeah, when there's a bad update, I'm just gonna tier 3 Logan so I can have some fun with him. That might actually be not the case anymore. You might want to like take an update or two off when we have a tier 3 or an awakened character that you just don't care about or just don't see yourself using, so you can save for when they drop a tier 2 native on you out of nowhere. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up right here, man. Just wanted to let you guys know how I'm feeling, because I had a bunch of people hit me up on Discord last night, a bunch more hit me up this morning, and some of you guys hit me up in the comments as well, and I appreciate it, man. But you know what I'm saying, I got work, so I gotta work around my schedule. In case you guys don't know, man, YouTube is not my job, right? It's just something I do for fun. I love you guys, so when I get the chance to get the videos out, I get them out, man. So catch you guys, stay safe, wash your hands, you know what I'm saying, do all that good stuff. Catch you guys.